So.
Maybe on a Pog State one day I'll get into it deeper. But
Also die Orianna, Talia, Ryze sind raus. Was haben wir jetzt anzubieten? Ne? Syndra? Akali? Syndra, Akali? Sowas? In die Richtung?
So maybe we can talk about the Geoverse when we're in there, because I really want to know more. But we have a draft to get into, as already some high spirits here for Rich as they ban away the Malphite. So it's Nope Rock this time around.
Again?
Yeah, again.
It's kind of always Nope Rock, but it's been even more times Nope Jace.
Yes, it's always Nope Jace. He is just not allowed to be played. Pantheon's still getting banned, though.
I'm trying to think of the last time we had a champion banned as many times as this Jace, like, in a row. Because I think like, there was some slipped through a few times when Azir was like, you have to ban it every time.
There was some Kalista metas where she just wasn't allowed to be played ever.
That's true.
But I think she also like snuck through a couple of times. But this is only 1 week. We'll see whether it sneaks into week 2 as well to see this Jace being
DRX
permanently banned.
Do have first pick here. The Rumble and Jace bans make a lot of sense. I'm curious now. I mean, the Pantheon and Wukong are gone. I've got so many of these Bruiser junglers gone as well.
Jarvan stocks are through the roof.
I think you kind of just have to ban it here.
Vi as well, another big one.
Ooh, maybe trade, ban the Akali and look for the trade. I kind of feel with the champion pool of UCal, maybe you go for the Vi here.
I wouldn't mind it. And that is what they're looking at. They will lock that one away.
Naja.
Will are pretty good at this champion. In fact, I think it was the beginning.
Wie wär's jetzt mit einer schönen Morgana Jungle?
Started to rise to prominence on HLE all those years ago. I believe that was 2021.
The Akali ban is pretty interesting because the Azir is already gone. The Sylas is fearlessly banned as well. And it feels like a throwaway ban to trade junglers for the Jarvan, but why Akali? Now, let's see if Faker has an answer for us here, specifically in this.
Ich mach T1 DRX Hände.
On the pick earlier this week, and it could have been a pick he pulled off in the top lane once again.
Yeah.
This is the big question. What does Faker want to play? The answer is Aurora, potentially. Also a flex.
Yep, theoretically could go towards Doran, but they will lock that one away now. Does make some sense with the Akali ban. Akali, a champion that can deal with Aurora, especially post 6. But let's see what UCal has in response to this one.
There's so many picks. Like Ahri works here. And he works very well into the Jarvan as well because you have the escape. You're not worried about that ultimate.
Yeah, and it is Ahri Vi. It's a pretty powerful combo.
Or just go for big bursty Lucian.
All right. Well, Lucian Braum, just snap lock in.
I mean, Keria does not have
Solid first free.
Nico, does not have Bard.
Oh, aber der ist strong, ja.
If he wants to try to play Karma into this, he has to pick it now, which he doesn't want to, and probably will not be playing in this game.
Sollten AD Carry wahrscheinlich antworten.
And you can't just pick the Karma now, because then Ezreal gets banned away.
Die sollten AD Carry antworten.
You want to play it, just unavailable.
It's really tough.
Ezreal, maybe?
I think maybe just pick a top laner and try and round out your top side of the map in the way that
Pick out Ezreal.
protected.
Gewinnen.
Be the way to go, and that is what they're looking for here.
But this also reveals the Aurora Flex, so it wasn't a great situation here for T1 in terms of keeping the draft a mystery. See what this bottom lane is going to look like. We already saw the Milio tech, right, from Keria. I'm sure he's got a few surprises for us.
Mitte.
We'll be playing it with Lucian this time around, since that has already been locked.
Syndra noch ein Toplaner.
These bans may give us a little bit of a hint, but again, for T1, you kind of don't want any hints to be given over here. So, like, this whole draft for T1, you could tell, like, almost every pick has gone down to the last seconds, because this first pick Vi into the Lucian has thrown them for a bit of a loop here.
Well, Cassante,
surprised
be played
by that, considering how decent Gwen usually does in the matchup.
Ooh, Zaya. I think it's a cute ban. I would have liked Rakan to be banned away instead, just because Keria, I feel like, is the most dangerous on that champion. But just wanting to avoid giving them any safety into the cease and desist out of the Vi.
I wonder if there's any, like, steam in a Kalista Renata lane here for Pays and Keria. Might be one of the lanes that you could try to go toe-to-toe with and works well into the Vi. Bailout could be quite strong in this comp as well.
Yep. Could it be getting rid of the Karma? I imagine that could be a decent option here.
I feel like that's one of the safest bets here. Zeri is the only other scaling pick that's really left for this best of 3 in this meta. They can just go Ezreal Karma here, but your engage is so weak. I like the Kalista Renata angle more, and I think that's where we're headed.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Pays, thinking about locking this one away. and there's going to be no way for them to pick.
Ja, warum nicht?
Right? You're not exactly going to be playing top lane Braum ever. So Renata going to be locked in. I mean,
Renata, dann kannst du auch immer Ash gehen, theoretisch.
Either of those. I mean, this is like Keria and Paze being like, we didn't really get a lot of value out of this second pick that we locked in. We chose this, and it is not really going to pass. Like, we revealed our
Poppy top gut.
with the Gwen lock.
Honestly, ja.
Kind of just
Ja.
face up on this one. And for the side of DRX, now that they know what it is, we'll see what their answer is going to be. The Gragas can be great in these scenarios because he's not necessarily dive at all. Can do well into the Gwen and like can engage from such a far away to disrupt the Kalista because she's so low range. Actually, kind of a unique pick here, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a cute one.
And then we just go Ahri from here. Ooh, Syndra, I'm not as sold on. I feel like it's very risky.
Syndra ist risky, aber ich weiß nicht, was er sonst hätte picken können. Honestly, ich weiß nicht, was er sonst hätte picken können, was besser gewesen wäre.
Perhaps there's just a million orbs that are going to be thrown into his face, and you
Da
can't
kommt
really
Kalista Renata.
hop away from it. The Renata comes in very obviously.
Yeah, I want to say Kalista, or sorry, not Kalista, the Syndra is 0-2 so far here at the LCK Cup. We saw it almost win. I believe it was even yesterday. That was it Romer that played it. It's been a pick that wins you lane oftentimes, and perhaps that's part of why UCal picks it up here into this Aurora. But if you fall behind with this comp here for DRX, like, say goodbye to the game. It's just not going to happen. You have some conditional engage with Vi. Like, yeah, that's why I like the Ahri more, because you have Vi Ahri as a setup, and then Braum can follow up. You have the Gragas, again, somewhat situational engage. Whereas on the side of T1, they have disengage.
Ich glaube, dass DRX nicht gewinnen wird.
Sustain damage. And like
Kalista Renata war schon ein ziemlich guter Pick. Ich glaube, Poppy wäre Turbo gewesen, wie es auch im Chat vorgeschlagen wurde. Weiß nicht, ob das Matchup, also ich glaube, das Matchup ist sogar okay gegen, das Matchup ist okay gegen
looking at it more,
gegen Gwen.
into Jarvan just feels kind of terrible because how the heck do you get out of a catacomb?
Wann an der Braum ultet, geht auch die Pässe auf die
Just with the
Verbündete.
extra lane power, they can
Ja.
utilize that to make something happen. And they have a lot of power.
Yes.
So playing through that could be their avenue to success.
Warum kann sein eigenes Team jetzt machen?
But I mean, it's Kalista Renata, so who am I kidding? Could just be that T1 run away with it on their side as well. This is going to be a pretty, I imagine, volatile game. Let's get into it. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Willa rocking the Team Rocket Grunt Vi skin. I love that. Big fan. And Rich just going to wander towards Faker.
he's cheating.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a 1v1.
So, das meiste, was du, das ist so das höchste der Gefühle, was du Level 1 machen kannst inzwischen. Geil.
And now a little bit of a walk here for Gragas to get back towards the top side. Thankfully, he's a limber, larger gentleman.
I mean, he's built up his leg strength.
True. Yeah, pretty powerful. All right, who wins this lane? I think it's
I think it
Games bei knapp oder Stomp, honestly.
connects the skill shots.
Oh, hin und her.
And
Ein Hin und her. Eins wollte eine, ja, ein Hin und her.
as Braum is trying, but needs to get a few more autos in. That's what you're looking for. They got
Ziemlich
the
guter Trade.
area.
yeah, double tap.
Ziemlich guter Trade Level 1.
Value onto pace as he was already at full health. So there you go. Oh, Winter's Bite gonna miss onto pace though. And Carrier just happily drinking a potion. Feel a whole bunch better. Looks like this wave gonna get shoved in towards this turret pretty comfortably, and T1 with control for the minute.
All of the cocoa potions have whipped cream and cinnamon, it looks like.
Yeah, they do.
That's a bit too much for me. I just like the cocoa. I need all that.
You're not a fan of just adding a bit extra onto the top?
I always tell them to take the whipped cream out if I ever order hot cocoa. Because in Korea, it's like by default, has to have whipped cream in it.
Yeah.
I just want the chocolate, you know, warm winter drink.
I kind of don't mind a little bit of the whipped cream. Just like, I feel like there's way too
Keine Schlagsahne oder keine Sahne im Ding. Das ist pervers, was er da gerade erzählt, by the way.
Days ago, and he ordered one, and it was like so much whipped cream. He was like, I just don't know if I can drink this. I was like, oh, you gotta always tell him, man.
Well, sometimes if there's too much
Für APK-Kalista gesehen, das ist gut. Ich habe es bisher nur einmal gesehen und es war okay. In Solo-Queue, ich habe noch keine Pro-Play-Kalista gesehen. Ich könnte es dir nicht sagen. Ich vermute mal, er wird aber sehr standardmäßig AD-Kalista, also Play of the Rune King-Kalista gehen, einfach weil er Double AP Top-Mitte hat.
Why UCal picked this. And like Pro Syndra is, you basically don't miss orbs and you win the lane. And UCal missed the last one because Faker avoided it. But otherwise, looks like he's been hitting quite a few of those. As we're starting the coach comms early. Or no, we're not. Yes, we are. It just took a
why?
minute for that to go away.
Yep.
He was like, "UCal, don't miss those," and then he turned it off promptly.
And DRX make sure that they use all 3 of their coach comms every single time. That is just the way of things. And so having a bit of a chat to DRX and how they're going to be able to navigate this lane. You can see that was an early back from Jiu. Decided to pick up a longsword because he was getting zoned out of lane. But that does mean that he's extraordinarily far behind. Oh,
Yeah.
This is a little bit cheeky. Cute little ward there. Spots owner on the invade.
It looks like maybe the coach comms shot called Willer to wrap around and look for a gank on Doran.
Yeah, as he's going to be making his way in. Rich looking a little worse for wear as double flashes are going to come on through. Vault Breaker is going to be the result as Doran goes into the mist and will now, without flash, just look to go back home.
They stay, actually, up on the top side. Kind of a scary situation here for Rich. And maybe we'll see a back interrupt there. They have vision, so they know that Vi isn't there, so just kind of an awkward spot now. As Andil is in an awkwarder spot.
Yeah, don't know about that one. We'll be able to stand beside Jiu to get himself out of here, but he's down to about 150 as Carrier looking for a few of these autos. Jiu answering back here momentarily.
Lane läuft so, wie es erwarten soll. Also wie es laufen sollte auf Botlane. Das ist gut.
YT1 didn't go overly aggressive, and UCal is running out of blue stuff that is hitting Faker with a lot of abilities. As that's a great handshake back onto G. Oh my goodness, Pays almost kills him. And that is going to be another reset necessary here for this Lucian.
Can Carrier get the backstop here? Like, it'd actually almost be worth a flash, but he doesn't go for it.
All right, this is kind of falling apart for DRX in this early laning phase.
Oh, but Rich is going to get the charged up Q.
Hey, there you go. Never mind, it's Gwen.
Oh, but for a longer cooldown?
Gwen?
You know, Rich,
Gwen was immune.
Hast du welche, Mann?
But, I mean, when can it be immune again?
Hey, that's true.
3 points in Q for Rich here, he's ready.
Deswegen bügelt man seine Sachen nicht.
Let's see.
Lane ist normal. Kalista Renata, eine der härtesten Bully-Lanes, die es gibt.
Yep, just making sure that Willer knows exactly where he needs to go and sending him possibly towards his top side. We'll see whether that is
Menschen wieder bügeln.
Willer is going to be doing here.
Ja,
Joker,
fair enough.
making sure that the coach voice works out, as DRX even posted it onto X about like the voice of victory, utilizing their coach voice over and over again. The team that really has made the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's wise. I feel like they prepped this, you know, and every other team, not every other team, but a lot of other teams are just simply not utilizing it, which is fair because every team has their own style. But when you have this added benefit, if you prep it well and you don't overdo it, like KT did in the very first coach voice,
yeah,
it's kind of like, well, I mean, why aren't you using it? It's a tool. As the second one is being employed as we speak. But early on, the coach voice is in the deciding game here, but perhaps could be game-changing. It might be once again directing a gank of Willer onto Faker. I doubt it, though, because I don't think it's really a great gank.
5 Minuten, 2 Coach Voice schon raus.
Additional vision off the prio.
Interesting.
Gets a control ward here to try and spot out where Owner is going. I believe not spotted as he moves towards the top side, but pings out here for Willer, and we'll be able to see when this red buff is going to spawn.
Gets the red buff and gets level 6, there's definitely a play they can make with the mid prio. And Owner doing this Krug camp means that it's going to be a pretty thin margin.
I think Willer's got this.
I think so too. He's got this smite. Oh, it's
Gut, Hit Level 6. Hit Level 6. Oh,
Picks it up.
sollte reingehen. Oh, wow, Timing.
As well. Now Doran looking to try.
Wow, das Timing.
There is. Oh no! Delivers him over the cease and desist. Comes down. They're looking to try and kill Doran, and they do manage to take him out. First blood over to Willer. As now Owner desperately trying to pick it up, and he will be able to at least get rid of the enemy jungler.
Wow.
Body slam avoided with a
Okay.
swift flash from Owner.
Playout von Faker. Das ist crazy.
in the bottom lane.
Das ist crazy.
Yeah, another one here as Geo taking so much damage here. The handshakes are just so good here from Carrier. Hasn't really dropped a trick when it comes to his ability to play the Renata.
UCal, very wise, comes up here, spots out Owner, sees the crab being taken, but doesn't want to push his advantage in the Faker any further. Faker stayed, even though the ult was available.
Yep. Looking for a red buff invade, giving Willa all of that information. And this is the time to assert pressure on top lane and push mid and go top. And we can deny farm and things like this.
You know what? Like, watching this, I'm like, I think Joker's going to have a job next year no matter what. Because he's showcasing that he knows exactly what's going on. He only has DRX's vision, but he's able to set up plays like this. Now, this is kind of funny. puts Doran into the buy, but like
Gut gespielt. Also der Q rein killt ihn dann im Endeffekt natürlich, aber gut gespielt.
really what I'm trying to say. And that means that the mist isn't really going to do a whole lot.
Schon nice.
Doesn't matter too much. Flash from Owner gets him away. The trade of kills. And all of that Coach calming led up to an
Was sie sagen, was nicht, dürfen alle sagen. Dürfen alle sagen, aber die haben halt nur ihre eigene Vision.
Yeah, behind him gold a little bit as well, as Scatter the Weak does connect onto Faker. UCal not exactly getting the most damage down there. Looking for that first plate where he can find it, but not quite going to be able to get there either. As both of our mid laners do have their Sork shoes now complete. So,
nice TP.
That is a teleport that will be interrupted.
Also, es ist schon weird, dass es...
Baiting UCal in the whole time.
Man, remember that Faker?
What does it mean?
Das war nicht absichtlich. Das war nicht absichtlich, um das zu baiten. Ist mir scheißegal, was ihr sagt. Das war nicht absichtlich.
I mean, he is the best at short teleports, I guess.
He got the scatter out with the bait.
And now, T1 looking for an angle here. Handshake onto Willa is going to miss. The Fate's Call also kind of goes wide here as now Pays in a bit of trouble, but Faker makes his way over. Cease and assist comes in. The bailout is successful, but it's Gio that takes him down in the end. And Andil, not long for the world. That is Faker collecting that kill. It's a double for the GOAT. And
das kann nicht mehr Absicht gewesen sein.
Unfortunately, UCal not able to impact the play. Can't go in there and scrap at that point. Just way too late.
Oh, there's the car scout. As Rich is not exactly having...
Glaube ich nicht, nee.
But is winning in farm. Sorry, never mind. He's not winning in farm at all. I didn't see the 85. For some reason, I saw a lower number. So still behind a little bit when it comes to the farm, but is doing okay because he does have that added assist as Doran did die. Let's have a look at this in the bottom lane one more time.
It's a little wonky. Like, Gio's still getting these minions. Keria misses the handshake. And then this also, the...
Das heißt von Willa, to be fair.
Is a little bit messy.
Aber Renata Ulti ziemlich nice.
The ultimate from Braum also like helps them get into the play, but they just don't have the damage, right? I mean, it's Faker showing up faster.
Yeah, UCal just not being able to get there is everything.
Like even if T1 hit all those things, the result ends up being a lot more clean for them. But it doesn't matter when Faker just shows up and he's like, "Thank you for, you know, +2 kills and a massive lead."
Was that tiny teleport the reason why Faker then just got a double kill?
I'm gonna say no, but I think it was a reason why they almost got a kill on a UCal and got his flash.
True. But you know, like the butterfly effect, man.
Yeah, I thought about, you know, when I was watching, I was like, was there really a spill-on effect here? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just, it's really hard to doubt the GOAT, you know?
I mean, like, Owner pushes UCal out. It was the first time he didn't have Prio, right? And that's why.
Ja, der ist gegen T1 Map geholt. Willst du gar nicht sehen, das Early Game.
Not quite enough to land onto Faker, who does take a fair bit of damage.
Willa Ulti in 3 Sekunden. Oder 5. Ich weiß nicht, wie behind das da ist, das Overlay. Ich meine, im Normalfall ist das Overlay so 2 Sekunden behind immer.
And Andil just going to stand beside Willa, keep them in safe position. Good handshake there from Keria. And they should be able to transition into this Hextech Dragon. That'll be double Dragon available for T1 as now Faker could be in trouble. Pays moving over as Andil puts up the door, gets exhausted there at the same time. As they go back to the
DRX voice use. I mean, guter Timer. Home objective, gutes Timing.
Have to back away. And they'll lose scuttle control here as well in just a moment.
Don't know about this from Gio as he does move.
Wow.
Gets on top, those cease and assist once again as Pays
wow.
bailed out this time.
Impressive.
Comes forward as Gio just trying to stand.
Impressive as fuck.
Has to be used from Owner to get himself out of the way as Andil.
Geiler Engage von Willa.
Position and
Richtig geiler Engage von Willa.
Well, out goes the Jarvan for the moment. And is going to dodge a bunch of abilities before he is inevitably dead. There it is. UCal locks down that kill. And DRX moved to 4-4, and the gold is dead even.
Very aggressive play from Gio. This guy is really... He used to be kind of the guy who plays safe and then sometimes makes mistakes, but the late-game team fights are great. His early skirmishing has been phenomenal this season, as this is a very aggressive little look-in. I only want to call it contest from T1.
Yeah, Pays is going to move on forward. There's
2 Kills, oder? 3 Kills. Willa hat kein Flash, oder? Ja, Willa hat kein Flash.
Let's see whether they can get that one done as UCal is already dead. Out goes Willa, but
okay.
In goes Gio and Faker is going to...
Die Berufe kannst du 60 Mal empfehlen, Bruder. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was Mages gehen. Ich weiß es nicht.
Being a real contest in the end, not able to get the objective, as you say, but some money.
Ich weiß es nicht.
Is definitely feeling pretty nice for them. They'll take a 700 gold lead. Rich, maybe some more money.
Yeah, he does have flash, does use it and dies.
Yeah, it was not. It was a
Ja, die sind abgeholt.
to celebrate for T1 in that scenario.
Yeah, party casks, they do happen.
Unfortunate for Rich. Misses his ultimate. The flash, no value. As we'll watch Coach Voice again.
Yeah, another one. This one is talking about contesting the dragon. They absolutely have to. Braum needing to go mid and Lucian just farm by himself, pick up the wave. We saw that, exactly that happen. And just pointing out the importance of denying double dragon. And so no more Coach Voice here for DRX, I believe. Using all of them very, very quickly here as Willa wanting to chase down Doran, see whether he does connect that Vault Breaker, and he will.
Willa hat Ulti in 7.
7 seconds time, but I don't think he will need it, as Doran is just dead.
Strong.
To the face.
Probably would have given that kill.
Gibt 3 Coach Voices. DRX hat alle benutzt jetzt.
At least gets an assist.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really a cross map here for T1. And in fact, there's not. I mean, maybe Raptors. Yeah, Rich not quite able to secure those. So they get something in return.
Yukal actually now going to be farming between the turrets here, just try and get as much.
Gibt es in allen Ligen? Nein, nur in der LCK und das ist auch nur in der Regular Season jetzt hier von diesem Cup.
So wonky, like they've been playing so
Ist nur in der Regular Season.
Bisschen
komisch.
Which is working out. Like that, you know, you have the Rich on the Gregerson top lane. This bottom 2v2 is still going in full swing as they have the quest completed now, at least for Jiwoo. And I mean, a lot of mains are lost for Doran in this interim. And they have so much control. They're not turning that into a grub take, though. They really just want to constantly fight, constantly brawl, because they know that if they...
Pelle hat das nur in dem Master Cup in Knockout Stage.
They might not be aware of that much because they can't see that, but they know the tempo they need to hold, or T1 will just outdo them when we get to the later parts of the game.
Yeah, I'm feeling like DRX do have a decent position in this game, but like you're saying, T1 still hold the gold lead, and they still have this comp that is going to just perform so well in these mid-game skirmishes that are going to be coming up. Hostile takeover, Cataclysm to hold things like this Syndra in position. We've seen already they have been skirmishing very well. And DRX have found some good angles because I think their positioning has been better in a lot of these instances. We know what T1's capable of.
All right, it's Herald is up, and T1 trying to contest here in this choke. Yukal can control so much space.
And Andal is just trying to hold them at bay here. Not providing himself as a target, but always getting information where he can. Teleport in for the Gwen, as now Pays. Just dashing around the fight here, tries to get a few sticks into Andal. As it will be, Willa knocking down the Rift Herald. Also gets himself the Scuttle.
Warum hat der Rocket Belt? Warum hat der Rocket Belt auf Aurora?
It's almost like he didn't see the kill feed. Like he's like, wait, where'd it go? Also, like bizarrely, Rich was like doing blue.
Warum zur Hölle hat der... Hä? Habe ich was verpasst? Ist es Meta?
In trouble, throws down the barrier to try and keep himself up. As now Willa looks to get in there. There's the flash.
Gut. Wow. Ist er... Oh nein, ich kann Reset und Pace kommt raus. Oh, kommt nicht raus. Die Beef ist auch noch gut. Pause. Pause. Red Buff. Hallo, Honey. Maybe zum Dodgen von Gara Stuff.
I mean, DRX in this situation just will not.
One Game 1, 2 Rewatch.
Hard forcing, but in this case, hard forcing on, you know, a Fate's callable.
Ja, kannst du schauen.
But it's like Gio actually played that so
well.
It almost broke my brain in that fight. The dash out of the way of the hostile takeover to make sure that he could keep hitting.
And look at this. They go on to Carrier, but he gets Fate's call, but then they turn the focus on the Pace. He still gets the bailout off and can kite away, and that's really the difference maker here as Rich finally shows up. He has teleport advantage, but Yukal can't be here, so it's really not the numbers advantage they would have otherwise liked to have. And Willer sacrifices himself to secure that kill, but makes it a 3-for-2 for T1. Winning out on the exchange ultimately here. And tempo slipping away a little bit here for DRX, but they're not done yet. They're going to now try to collapse on this bottom side of the map and look for a dragon take. It's once again Mountain Soul here.
Yeah. Willa does have his 2 items.
Hey, stimmt immer direkt. Ja, der braucht 2,5 Items und dann Renata drauf. Renata W drauf. Und dann ist fein. Wahrscheinlich. Denke ich.
Like DRX have an extra member there and are getting additional push. Like Doran doesn't have TP. And this wave is going to crash into this turret, and DRX also have control of the bottom side of the map. Like, they just will not stop the aggression. The tempo is theirs. Like, they are constantly pushing T1 around the map. It's really impressive to watch, despite the gold deficit, despite that loss in the last team fight. They are just going to keep trying to force, and it's working well so far at the start of this Dragon. Rich rotates down. Doran isn't here. I don't think this fight is possible for T1. It's not playable. Free Dragon.
Banshee second. Ja. Sieht dann aus, als ob Yuka geht, ja.
Owner was thinking about going for a little bit of an engage in the interim, but doesn't actually come on through there. As the handshake onto Andal, not too much to come of that one either.
Ich frage mich, ob DRX gute Antworten auf die, also gut diese Gewinn beantworten kann.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. You know, makes you wonder if for T1 they're just kind of like, that was not going to be a playable situation. Doran just push. We'll give this Dragon. We'll fight for Dragons later. Our comp is starting to really gain some steam here. This 4-kill Aurora. Looking for UCal.
Yeah, between worlds goes Faker and dead UCal in an instant. Willow was thinking about trying to back him up, but he was, yeah, he was already on the floor.
It's really starting to feel like DRX might not be able to right the ship. And they ended up getting the Dragon there, playing through that aggression, but they lost so much gold now. Bottom lane, top side, as you already mentioned, Doran has pretty much put this turret in the bin. Just a few more waves will do it, especially if he gets any jungle attention up there.
Yeah.
Empowered recall.
There is still a Rift Herald to be used here for Willow to try and get a bit of money back, but it's 1,000 gold, the extension of the gold advantage here for T1.
And they know.
Look at this, the burst damage is insane from Faker. He's fine.
I don't know, dieser Aurora-Champion ist für mich so sass. Also er kann jetzt theoretisch auch mit Rocket Belt des Banshees poppen. Aber also die Aurora ist für mich so ein großes Fragezeichen. Wirklich ein riesiges Fragezeichen.
It's really just a zero-risk play on that one.
Well, T1 now continuing to push here now in the mid lane. Some crystalline overgrowth coming on through on both sides. If they get any spare time with this turret, I think a little dangerous as the culling is going to come on through here. Carrier taking a lot of damage. Does have to flash.
That's a big win, and I think they can just drop this and take this mid turret now.
Yeah, should be able to. There is the Rift Herald going down, so that is going to be Shelly charging in. FaZe is going to turn up yet again as the crystalline overgrowth does go down. And DRX move forward. They should be able to take down this outer turret. Okay, there's a Cataclysm from Ona. Gio still inside at hostile take.
Gute Aurora-Ulti. Oh. Oh. Doran kommt rein. Okay, schade. Ich hatte noch irgendwie Hoffnung für DRX. Ich hatte irgendwie Hoffnung für DRX. Oh je.
I mean, Willard
Nash.
Ult there. I thought perhaps the T1 were playing a bit too aggressively around this.
Oh, deren Turnmittel sind begrenzt. Pace hat aber noch Flash. Owner auch. Sehr begrenzt. Gut zum Banshees Pop, ne? Gute erste Ulti zum Banshees Poppen mit Flash drauf. Gut gemacht. Das war gut gemacht.
6 seconds on Rich's ult, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah, the barrel comes in, and that is going to be FaZe locking down this Baron. T1 and 20-minute Barons, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty impressive, and now Gio looking to try and take down FaZe. That is Carrier also falling. And Rich,
and the TP.
Wie viele sterben? FaZe mindestens down. Doran auch noch. Kein Ulti auf Rich. Oh nein. Oh no, 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 no. Gehen sie den Dive hin? Keine Wave. Aurora Ulti ist ab. Oh je. Dieser Hopperer-Champion, ne? Oi, oi, oi.
Still, ultimately, T1 walk away with the prize. They get the Baron. They get multiple kills there on the exit, even though it looked like DRX was maybe going to be able to get the full wipe. They get the teleport out of Rich as well. It was such an incredibly close fight. Like, if Rich's ultimate is 5 seconds faster, I don't think T1 can really do that. Baron all starts off back at this play here where they get the mid turret, and then things get a little bit dicey, right? Owner looks for the Cataclysm here. Watch what happens to Faker as he goes between worlds. Gets vi-ulted. Instantly Rich falls up, and the turn charge Q from Willer is like clockwork. He does ultimately die in the exchange, but gets the shutdown there onto Faker. And T1 turn over to this Baron. Rich wants to do as much damage as possible. Look at Carrier's positioning. He's playing it slow. as we might have something happening in live. Here just looks like a siege up on the mid turret. This fight gets super broken up, and then you have the late TP from Rich to try to stop them from getting out. And all the while, this Lucian is running over as fast as he can, but he just doesn't have any way to gap close, right? He doesn't have any way to get here faster. He doesn't have hex gates, doesn't have teleport. And then this teleport here from Faker as well looks like, okay, they've sealed the deal, but enough time is bought. Gio finally shows back up here. Rich flashes in, then goes for the TP to cut them off, and just
es war schon, es war schon ein guter Turn, da kannst du nichts sagen.
And this Aurora, Owner and Faker save them.
And in the meantime, we have even more stuff happening. Owner goes in, Willa down very, very low, but he has now a door to try and keep him safe. The culling is just going to split off this fight as the Fate's Call does go down, but Carrier not actually going to utilize it. There is a soul point on the table here for DRX, but T1 have started off this Dragon, and Ando looking a little worse for wear. Some big buttons on cooldown on both sides,
I mean,
but it's Willa being so low that means that it's just impossible.
I mean, DRX, it feels truly they've reached their expiration date with this composition, and yet they just keep trying to find these angles, and sometimes they nearly do. They make it so close, they make it so competitive. This Baron, relatively low on the power play here. 20 seconds left on it, it's only at 400, but
Ich habe so eine neue Sleep-Tracker-App. Sleep Cycle heißt die. Und die macht es auch, also die trackt anscheinend auf, anhand von deinem Atmen. Und laut der war ich 56 Minuten heute Nacht im Tiefschlaf. Also ich weiß nicht, was da schon wieder passiert ist, aber also das ist nicht gut. Aber ich schnarche nicht. Eine Minute geschnarcht von 7 Stunden und 40 Minuten. Oder 7 Stunden und 11 Minuten Schlaf. Aber so fühle ich mich auch. Ich habe so richtig ekelhaft so dieses mulmige Gefühl im Bauch so. Ja, das habe ich gerade so richtig. Ich fühle mich so richtig unwohl gerade.
And teleport going to be used here for Yukal to try and defend this outer turret, but I mean, there's 4 people here. I don't know about this one. As Yukal
oh, Yukal, mein Lieber.
Into the Cataclysm after the flash. He is able to throw down a bunch of damage, but Pace is able to shrug it off. And it's a double kill for Doran.
It wasn't the right call to look for the TP to
Wie viel Rem-Schlaf? Was ist davon Rem?
If they had a Gragas there, who's gonna spawn now, I think that would have been a realistic.
Steht leicht 4 Stunden 46, tief 56 Minuten. Ja.
To fall in the mid lane, and there is no defending this one. T1 pulling ahead massively now, 5.5k the advantage. DRX kept it close, but it is starting to feel unwinnable now.
Colin coming on forward as Doran is going to at least dissuade you from going more aggressive.
Die meinen mit tief den Rem-Schlaf. Achso, ja, dann 56 Minuten. Wenn Rem tief ist, dann 56 Minuten.
Like, look at the Vi setup, the Braum setup. I think they thought, okay, we have enough here to peel, but you really don't. I mean, that's a Syndra. That's not a tank. That's not something with peel tools. It's a teleport in to defend. Rich needed a little bit.
Tief und Rem sind eigentlich 2 verschiedene Dinge, aber es wird da nicht angezeigt zumindest.
Now he doesn't have TP, and now they're missing 2 turrets. Like you said, that turns into a 5,000 plus gold.
Also steht da nicht.
Baker almost has his
Jetzt einmal leicht, tief und dann Traum. Auf deinem Page und das ist kombiniert anzeigen. Aha.
And the sides. Yeah. Even though he's behind in farm over Yukal, he's been able to stack up so much money here.
Yeah, Yukal really hasn't been able to get too much done. He does have a fair few splinters now completed, so the Cinder is starting to do more and more damage. But Banshee's Veil and a Torch, it's not quite enough to really give you that explosive power, as Willer is behind enemy lines. But will be able to make his way out. And Faker here towards
Willst du uns schon drüber reden? Nee.
Going to be shoving this wave in. It looks like Rich is
tasked
with defending that.
Kriegen wir auch hin.
Okay. Baron up in 20 seconds time, Wolf. That is what both teams are looking at now.
Faker has TP. He just cleared another wave in the bottom side. Rich also has TP. He's not backing, so I guess he doesn't quite have his death cap, but he's got to be super close. It looks like he's even doing the scuttle right now to get that last 1,100 gold to complete the recipe. Full 10 stacks of Dark Seal. So much AP, so much burst if he could actually complete it as this Baron spawns. Vision game right now, advantage DRX, but they know, like T1 know they have enough vision around the Baron that there's no way they could be doing it right now.
Ooh, Yukal. I mean, Doran is not exactly his favorite target, as the mist can be very problematic. He puts it down now as they look to try and get rid of this turret first. Scatter the Weak does come in. There's the culling as Doran goes golden, but they just take down the turret. In the meantime, teleports coming in from every...
Aurora Ulti ist nicht mal so geil und er kommt auch nicht mehr raus. Oh, Jibo ist 1 HP. Oh, Jibo, du bist tot. Und Pace kriegt Willa. Oh, und das hat noch Full HP mit GA ab. Das ist schon dumm.
Melting. Owner gonna grab a double. Doran dashing towards Yukao to get rid of him again.
Sieht nach GG aus, ne?
Like he will be able to take
Sieht nach GG aus.
Scatter the Weak to try and create that distance. But with only one left standing here on DRX, it is another Baron for T1.
DRX have been scrapping and fighting and forcing this whole game. They've been trying to hold on to the tempo. They've been trying to wrestle it back, but I think this might be the last of those attempts as they try to take this turret out quickly so they can then continue this longer fight. Doran having the arm guard is such a problem here. It buys a bunch of time, still survives and offers damage back with the needlework, but it's Faker's TP in with the ultimate that really stymies the push. Jiu can't get out. He's taken out by this aggressive push from Owner into the back line, and the rest of the health bars are just super low.
Gwen ist so ein guter Champ. Yes, sir.
Gets the kill onto Rich, and it's just an easy cleanup, and from here, T1 grab Baron. They already had map control. This was DRX's last feeble attempt to get back the game. And now even a Majai's is put together here. It was actually a Sonya's, not an arm guard for Doran. That's how much money he has this game.
Oh, really?
And that's going to be Dragon going over to T1. Baron already picked up. And I think that was the final fight. I think that was the game-winning moment for T1. Great.
Ja, wahrscheinlich schon. Nash down, dritter Drake down. Ist schwierig.
He's got it now.
Ist schon schwierig.
And, so does Yukao, but I just don't feel like it's going to
not the same
have
kind of
the
impact.
Same gravity. Exactly right, Wolf. And it's the Black Cleaver version of the Lucian as well. I feel like the burst damage is not quite there in comparison to other Lucian builds. But we do have T1 now pushing down towards this bottom side. Soul Point in hand. And just a lonely Rich trying to defend this against Baroned up minions is just not really going to happen. And yeah, just a few thumbs up as the inner turret is going to inevitably fall.
Jiu does not have flash, so difficult for him to layer damage in. GA is done for Will.
Ja, LCK hat honestly heute relativ viele sehenswerte Games. Nicht unbedingt, weil sie Highest Quality sind, aber weil sie halt interessant sind. Was waren diese kleinen Tiere oder Geister auf der Map? Das ist Kallistas W. Du siehst da vorne diese Cone. In dieser Cone da vorne gibt es die Vision quasi. Die kann auch Büsche checken und so.
Running as fast as he can through the mid lane, but I just don't think it's a winnable fight even without Faker. And if you just sit back and lose the turrets, okay, hold on, Owner.
Yeah, Scatter the Weak is going to connect. Owner is going down very, very low. Does have GA, and it does get procced by a big old cask from Rich. But still,
I think Owner might be okay with that because Faker's back now and they still have a minute left of Baron. They can now siege the base freely, and with no cast to deal with, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, exactly right. And they should be able to now get rid of this inhibitor turret. The rest of them had to go back to the fountain because they were looking worse for wear after that fight. They do get their health bars back though. And now Doran, he's going to be the one that steps forward himself. Owner's still looking a little low, but still, inhibitor turret is now gone. Inhibitor still standing for the moment. As DRX not giving up without a fight. As Willa diving on in, good handshake there from Carrier, but the culling is going to soften him up. There's the Fate's Call, has to be thrown through as T1 considering a re-engage. Scatter the Weak connects, lands onto Faker here, who takes once again so much damage. Hostile takeover, tries to get avoided, cease and desist though, onto Pays. The GA comes through now for Willa.
Ja, aber schaut auch gerne in der Mitte, meint das nicht.
Join the rest of the fight. And they're chasing, but these health bars are so low, and Pays is so mobile. It's such a difficult moment.
Oh, Doran's 2 levels up. They're going to try to collapse on him.
Ja, aber der hat Ulti noch, aber kein W.
The needlework comes out. Out goes Willa because he knows it's only a couple of those, and he's just dead. The rest of DRX are able to...
schwierig.
Look at this, T1, they were the ones running away before, and now they are looking to try and take down another inhibitor in the enemy base.
I mean, DRX from a thread, hanging on in this game, looking for Pays now.
I think he's just dead. The handshake goes wide. The bailout doesn't work. And now they're going to chase down Carrier. There's the Scatter the Weak, and Force of Will be able to take him down.
I mean, a few more kills, and they could actually turn this game around. I mean, it's not even about the bounties. It's just about these long respawn timers here. They get map control back, and suddenly the game feels playable. They defend the bottom inhibitor. They're able to collapse on the Doran there. It took a long time to push him off of those Nexus turrets. His Owner is just barely going to get out before any follow-up comes through. But this jungle does not belong to T1, at least not until these respawns come through.
This is such a weird game.
I mean, DRX are playing phenomenally well. Their team fights have been scrappy, but they have been so well coordinated. And this is without Joker's help this time.
Yeah, no more coach voice available unless they start using T1's coach voice options.
3 Level Top-Lane-Diff, ja, der ist auch fast Level 20 schon, das ist das Problem. Die Base-Stats von diesen hohen Levels sind halt insane. Oh je, was macht der Jiu?
They just spent everything trying to kill the Jarvan and lost their jungler in return.
He will be up before any of the neutral objectives do spawn. The problem is 5 versus 4 with a base that's open like this is still very, very difficult.
That's why
T1 will be able to continue pushing down.
That's why they're dropping every orb, every cask onto this wave right now to clear it, as he will respawn.
Die mehr als Level 18 seit diesem Jahr für Top-Lane, ja.
They push it up so far that the base is safe for now. The fact that DRX have a chance in this game, the fact that there's still a world where T1 could mess it up, the fact that there's still a world where a cask could split Pays and carrier or any carry and take them out and then possibly win a 5v4 with this Lucian that doesn't have IE. He's got Flicker Blade, even brought the Maw for safety, could somehow still come back and win this game. Doran is about to hit level 20. I mean, I don't think DRX are going to do it, but I've seen this game flash before my eyes a few times here, and we've already seen an upset today.
That it's still competitive, Wolf. Right now, 8.6 thousand gold. It's a very large lead.
I mean, by rights, it should be done. It should have already ended, and yet, here we are.
We are. All right.
Der Lucian-Bild.
12 seconds on this Mountain Soul is Rich.
Weiß nicht.
Here
Weiß ich nicht, aber du hast keinen Flash of Pace, was big ist.
As Doran diving on forward, there's the Drake spawning. This is Mountain Soul.
Yeah, Mountain Soul for T1. Carrier rushing over. He has Ghost, ironically.
And 50-50.
Get here, no problem. And also has his ultimate to push, stop the push.
Yeah, Rich. Oh my goodness, that burst damage absolutely insane. As Doran diving on in, Willa looks for the angle. Great handshake.
Guter Pull auf Willa. Willa ist alleine in der Backline. Ohne in der Backline ist untouchable. Ja, GG. GG.
Himself alive this time. It's Pays that locks down the kill, and this time it's only Willa that survives.
Top damage in the fight goes to Jarvan for T1.
That's insanity.
And unfortunately, the fight was a bit disjointed there for DRX. It needed to be a desperate one. Willer's ultimate on the wrong side. And T1 walk away victors and what was a closer game that I think that it had any right to be.
Oh dear. Willer is very, very dead. Nexus turret's going down, and T1, they will finish this one off. 29-15 in a 34-minute game. Are you not entertained?
GG.
This was a bloodbath.
I mean, honestly, mir gefällt DRX. Ich glaube, wenn es eins davon wegzunehmen gibt, dann